Hey Foothill, it's Olin. It's Friday, December the 4th, and I just wanted to talk to you a few minutes about what's coming up here at the church. Many of you know that within a day or two, the county of San Bernardino and Riverside, where the church is located, are likely going to go on a stay-at-home order, similar to the one that we faced back in March of this year when the pandemic began. And what that means is that the government is going to ask you to stay home. You may also know that last week the Supreme Court of the United States cited on behalf of the churches that our worship should continue even in the midst of all of these lockdowns. And so that was a victory for us. The guidelines still remain that we're supposed to be meeting outside. And so we are violating that order when we do meet inside to a certain extent. So while we do have the freedom to continue to meet uninhibited, it means that we do need to continue to meet outside. Many of you know and are aware that we did not have service last week because of a couple of our folks were sick with COVID-19. Subsequently, 7 people have since then tested positive for the virus, and a few are still showing symptoms of the disease. At least one of our people that we love very deeply is at Loma Linda in the COVID unit there, being actively treated for the disease. And so this is no longer something in the abstract. This is something that we are dealing with as a church right now. And so what I'm about to tell you is going to hurt a little bit. It hurts me a lot to have to tell you this. But for the rest of the year, we are going to discontinue in-person services. I know that for some of you, there's going to be the question of, well, where's your faith? I got plenty of faith. And I know that you do too. We've done our best to meet in person to this point. We've violated orders. Faith is not in short supply for us. Some of you are wondering why we would cave to the government. Well, we're not caving to the government. Yes, there is a stay-at-home order, and what we're going to do is going to coincide with what's happening in our county. But what I want you to know is that the decision to discontinue in-person services is not, we didn't come to it lightly. Our executive board, our elder board have both met and really decided that this is the best way for us to go. The disease is in our church right now, and it would be reckless for us to meet in person. Even though we're doing temperature checks, even though we're asking people to mask up, I'm guilty of not masking up all the time as well. So I'm guilty of not following the guidelines all of the time. But right now, it's just too dangerous for us to meet. And so for the rest of this year, for the last 4 Sundays that remain, and for our Christmas Eve services, everything that we do is going to be online. It's going to be just like it was back in March. And again, it's not because we don't have faith. It's not because we don't feel like we're being oppressed by the government. All those things are in play. But right now, as your pastor, I want to stand in front of you and say the most important thing is the safety and health of the people of our church. And to continue to meet right now would be just reckless. And so we are going to do online services only for the rest of the year. I hate it. I know that you do too. We need physical contact. We need to be together. We need to worship together. And I know there are a great amount of you who have just been playing it safe and being at home because you have pre-existing conditions, because there is some fear of being in a group. I understand that fear, and that's part of why we're making the decision that we are. But again, it's because we love you. It's because we understand that ultimately you're our responsibility, and we want you to all be safe. Not having Christmas together. This is my favorite time of the year. You look around the sanctuary. There's poinsettia plants, there's garland, there's all kinds of things, and we're going to miss that this year, and it does hurt. But for the safety of our people, this is the decision that we need to make. So please let me know if you have any questions. You know how to get a hold of us. info@FBC Connect is the email address that you can just send a line to, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. For now, it's our commitment to you that we will have church online. We'll try to have it ready for 6 o'clock on Saturday for those of you who have been accustomed to that time. We will definitely have it available on Sunday morning at 9 a.m., Sunday at 10 a.m., whenever you're going to sit down with your family and watch worship. Here's the thing. Here's the one thing I want you to hear. this can be a time where we play the pity card. Woe is us, you know. What I want us to do is to not do that. Let us use this as an opportunity to reach out to people that we've never reached out to before. Whether we're sharing the video, or we're reaching out to people that we haven't reached out to, or maybe we're reaching out to people who we know that we've needed to invite to church, and now is the time to do it. Let's take this as an opportunity to grow the church, even in the middle of all of what we are facing. That's what I want to challenge you as Foothill to do. Help us to grow the church community, even in this time when we can't meet together. I'm torn, and I just don't want to be standing here sharing this information with you, but here we are. So what I want to ask you to do is pray, that you would pray that those who are sick would get better, that the people who are well would stay well, and that this would pass quickly, that we would be done with this disease fast, whether it's through a vaccine or through God's mighty hand. Whatever it is, we're looking for this thing to be over so that we can worship together again, because that's really what we want to do. So again, we'll update you as we can. We'll send out emails just like we've been doing. We'll make Facebook posts. We'll continue to send these videos out so that you know exactly what's going on. Please help us to spread the message about what's happening here at Foothill, and also keep us in prayer as we make these tough decisions as we move forward. So we love you guys. Right now it's 21 days to Christmas. Merry Christmas. We pray that you'll tune in, and that you'll continue to take communion with us, that you'll continue to worship with us, and then when this is over again, we will worship together when it's appropriate and when it is safe. Okay? So be blessed, stay safe. God bless you all, and we'll see you soon.